President Biden has gone too far. The CIA and the FBI have gone too far. Tonight, I'll be going over some explosive exposure to the different intelligence agencies and how President Biden and the White House are directing them to take out his political enemies and conservative news that is bringing you the truth. Plus, Megyn Kelly says she believes Donald Trump will start his presidency from jail. I'm going to be taking you through all of this detailed information. So let's go ahead and jump into today's news update. The CIA and FBI get exposed for their behavior towards conservative news hosts and their undercover assignments on January 6th. Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine bypasses Joe Biden to go directly to Donald Trump for help with money and ending the Russia-Ukraine war. Plus, conservative news anchor Megyn Kelly says Donald Trump will be jailed by Democrats and finish his campaign from prison. That's how much the deck is stacked against him because of weak-minded Democrats. Also, Joe Biden is likely aware that Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones are being harassed and spied on. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps me out, so thank you guys so much. Okay, Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and Twitter, recently predicted in an interview with Nicolia Tangen, CEO of Norway's Wealth Fund, that artificial intelligence will surpass the intelligence of the smartest humans on Earth within the next 2 years. Elon Musk, known for his ambitious forecasts, places this timeline around 2026, referencing the concept of artificial general intelligence. AGI represents a level of AI that exceeds the capabilities of tools like ChatGPT, embodying a form of intelligence superior to all humans on planet Earth. Now, I'm curious to know, does AI worry you or does it intrigue you? Is it going to replace people's jobs or is it going to make jobs in the future that much easier? I'd like to know from you guys in the chat whether we should be scared of AI or whether it's going to be a blessing in the life of human beings. I'm kind of seeing how it could be both. Although after watching The Age of Ultron, it does have me concerned that there could be a computer that tries to take over the rest of us. Also, is it going to turn into a Terminator that tries to take us out? So I'm kind of on the fence, but I don't know that we can go backwards from here. Now, as tension continues to rise in the Republican-led House, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has sent a letter to all of her colleagues explaining why she filed a motion to vacate Speaker Mike Johnson. In the letter, Greene claims that Johnson violated his moral duty to his party by going against the majority. Furthermore, she pointed out how Mike Johnson violated actual House rules, as well as when he skipped a mandate to allow a 72-hour cool-down time frame before a bill is pushed to the floor. Now, I know that Johnson was trying to avoid a government shutdown, and Democrats took him to the 11th hour. But it is his responsibility as Speaker to make sure that deals are done before the deadline so that he doesn't betray his party in order to keep the respect and appreciation of Democrats. Now, in reference to the complete disorder within her party, Marjorie Taylor Greene stated, as a matter of fact, if we win the House this fall, it will only be because of President Donald Trump on the ballot and not because we have earned it. Now, what do you think about what Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying? Is she telling the truth that Republicans really haven't got that much done, and if they end up winning, it will be because of Donald Trump? Or do you think that Republicans have done enough that they deserve to keep the majority? Now, while Johnson may have blundered in his duties, everyone is now awaiting his decision on more taxpayer money to Ukraine. As time goes on, more and more Democrats are offering to save Speaker Johnson from being removed if he will put forward a vote to get more taxpayer money to Ukraine. Democrat Representative Peter Aguilar stated, "We feel that if the speaker does the right thing, that he is in a good position. But is he really? Like, they only support him if he does what Democrats want? That's not good leadership." Now, I feel like Johnson is weighing his options closely, but more and more it does look like they're going to take money from me and you and ship it off to Ukraine versus doing what's right and securing the southern border. Now, why do you think that Democrats are so focused on sending our hard earned money to Ukraine versus fixing our border here at home? I'd like to hear from you guys. My opinion is it all comes down to votes and money laundering. But what do I know? I'm just a guy here on the internet, right? Margaret Owens says, "Thank you, Stephen, for keeping it real. You are amazing." No, you are. And thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Former President Donald Trump has responded to his former VP, Mike Pence, after he criticized his stance on abortion. For those who didn't tune in yesterday, Pence called Trump's stance to leave the decision of abortion up to the state as a slap in the face. In response, Donald Trump stated, "Pence never felt I would be able to kill Roe v. Wade and bring it back to the states where, according to all legal scholars, it belongs." He started at no abortion for any reason, then allowed abortion up to 6 weeks, then said up to 15 weeks. Now, who knows, right? So Trump is saying, Pence, you're a complete hypocrite because you say you want a zero tolerance policy on abortion for everyone, but then you yourself moved from 0 to 6 weeks to 15 weeks in order to try to win the presidency. So basically, he's saying Mike Pence is a hypocrite. Now, while things are mainly looking up for Donald Trump, popular conservative commentator Megyn Kelly is predicting he will be charged in the hush money trial taking place in the next couple weeks in New York. Trump allegedly falsified business records, according to the district attorney there, and falsified an affair cover-up with Stormy Daniels. Now, in total, Trump faces 34 felony charges in New York, which means he could face up to 136 years in prison. He would likely get probate because he's a first-time offender and the fact that he was the former president of the United States. However, during an interview with News Nation, Megyn Kelly stated, "Oh, he's getting convicted. I don't really think there's a lot of mystery about that. He shouldn't, but he is going to get convicted. The jury is going to hate him. Manhattan went 92% for Joe Biden. That's where this is going to be tried. These are not Trump lovers." So, 2 questions for you. Can Donald Trump get a fair trial in a precinct in New York where 92% of people voted against him? And secondly, do you think Democrats will actually jail the President of the United States, Donald Trump? Do you think that he's going to be trying to win the presidency from jail? Let me know. Cowboy Rob, Mike Pence isn't concerned about the United States. That isn't his concern, quote unquote. You're right. That isn't my concern, Tucker. The American people, that's not my concern, Tucker. You're right. It's not his concern. He doesn't seem to really care about the United States, which is sad. I mean, I can't believe he said that in a public interview with Tucker Carlson. I have my thoughts behind why he said that, but I don't have time to go into them right now. Now, check this out. In a shocking twist, President Joe Biden stated that he is considering a request from Australia, which aims to nullify the prosecution of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. Now, back in early 2010, Julian Assange published classified information that was given to him, not that he found or was able to extract from computers. It was given to him and he published it. It exposed the United States for allegedly committing war crimes and promulgating endless wars in order to profit the military-industrial complex. Now, due to the threat of prosecution, Assange fled the country for his life. However, in a last-minute move to save Assange, the United Kingdom has blocked his extradition until the United States will guarantee in writing that he will not face the death penalty. So you have Ecuador, who's been fighting for Assange. You have the United Kingdom, who's been fighting for Assange. You even have Australia, where he's originally from, fighting for Julian Assange. However, the United States is super pissed that he exposed that they are addicted to blood and money, that they are addicted to war, that they are guilty of war crimes and lying to the American people. So I don't know what's going to happen. Let me know in the chat, what do you think is going to happen? Is he going to be arrested? Is he going to get the death penalty? I mean, I feel bad for the guy. All he did was expose the truth, and now they want his neck around. They want him dead. I mean, it's really, really sad. All right, let me say hi to some people. Charles, Paul, Debbie, Francine, Lori, Pauline, Teresa, Lawrence, Ricky. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Let me get back to this now. All right. I want you guys to write in the chat. Is Julian Assange a hero or is he a criminal? If you believe he's a hero, like I do, for exposing the United States government, I want you to write hero. And if you think he's a criminal, I want you to write criminal. Hero, 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 hero. Yeah, I mean, he's a journalist. He didn't steal this information. He didn't make the United States government be addicted to blood and money. He just exposed it. So as a journalist, I respect that. I think he's a hero. All right, now listen to this. This is absolutely insane. If you know the name Alex Jones, you know he is famous for breaking big stories against the government. He's been wrong a few times, but for the most part, he's right. For years, he's been saying that the CIA and FBI are spying on him and the rest of us. However, on March 28th, just less than 2 weeks ago, an undercover journalist had several lunch meetings with a CIA contractor named Mr. O'Blennis. In the recorded lunch meeting, this CIA contractor opens up about strategically targeting Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones to embarrass them, to humiliate them, to destroy their families, their businesses, everything about them. Now, he also shared how the CIA and the FBI use fake social media accounts to start rumors and spread lies. The whole thing is a well-coordinated orchestration to create hate and negative media narratives against their enemies. This CIA guy said this is a strategy called nudging. Nudging is where they try to provoke or push someone to do something stupid, or to have the other side, they go find a victim, real or fake, and they get them to file a lawsuit, and then they privately jump on the lawsuit in order to ruin the life of somebody. Now, Alex Jones says he has more details about the CIA and the FBI coming out, but he announced that he will be suing the CIA and the FBI for a civil rights violation and defamation of his character. Can you guys believe this crap? This is crazy. This CIA guy, I mean, first of all, if you're in the CIA, should be smarter than to go to lunch with somebody and spill all the secrets. But this guy goes to lunch and he's like, literally, We use a technique called nudging, where we get people really agitated and we push them in the direction that we want to go. Kind of like the kidnapping attempt of Governor Gretchen Whitmer up in Michigan, where the majority of the people in the kidnap were FBI agents and they didn't even know each other. This is the kind of crap that's going on in the twilight zone you and I call the United States of America. So this guy admits we've been targeting Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson. We've been trying to ruin them, their families, and their businesses. We've been nudging them towards something that we could convict them on. Now, this CIA contractor also admitted on tape he knows of at least 20 undercover FBI agents that had infiltrated the crowd on January 6th at the Capitol. This guy literally says on tape, I personally know 20 of the FBI agents that were undercover, nudging people towards the Capitol, nudging them to attack police, nudging them to defend themselves, nudging them to break doors and windows. He said he knows this is true for a fact because he personally works with several of them over at the CIA. You guys, the amount of lies and secret operations of our government against her own citizens, it's as terrifying as it is disgusting. I mean, seriously, I get scared sharing this stuff with you guys because like they could just audit me or randomly show up at my house for exposing the truth. It's pretty scary stuff, right? Now, I can't believe how awful these organizations have become. They're supposed to serve and protect us. But we, the people, are now the enemies that they seek to destroy. We've become their enemy. Now, the CIA and the FBI report to Biden, directly to Biden. These two groups serve him up a daily briefing on the topics that they think are most pressing and also the topics that Joe Biden wants to know most. So there is little room for doubt that Joe Biden isn't behind or at least complicit with these secret orchestrated attacks on Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson. Let me know in the chat, what do you think about this? I'll try down below to link to that video of the CIA. It just broke last night. It's a huge story. It's a huge story, and I'm telling you, there's little room for doubt that Joseph Robinette Biden, in his daily brief, is not receiving information about what the CIA and the FBI are doing that he's ordering them to do. If he orders them to do it, of course he's going to want a follow-up report. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. All right, listen to this. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is now comparing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's treatment of Gaza to other atrocities against Muslims in the modern world. In a new statement marking the end of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, Blinken stated, our thoughts turn to the plight of Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank, civilians in Syria, women suffering under the Taliban in Afghanistan, Uyghurs in the People's Republic of China, Rohingya in Burma and Bangladesh, and far too many others. Look, I agree, the situation in Gaza is terrible, but is it really fair to compare Israel to the treatment of women under the Taliban or the Uyghurs under communist China? I mean, I don't know. That's pretty strong words. But let me tell you what the internet chatter says. And just mathematically, this makes a lot of sense, but I want to hear from you guys. Mathematically, the chatter on the internet is that Joe Biden might be abandoning Israel because there are now more Muslims that vote Democrat than Jews. And Joe Biden needs all the votes he can get in order to retain power. I don't know if that's true, but I'm seeing it on the internet. And if you Google mathematically, there are a lot more Muslims that vote Democrat than there are Jews. And so maybe mathematically they're just saying, well, I guess we have to abandon Israel in order to stay in power. I guess we have to pretend like the United States hasn't been killing people in Syria for 20 years. Why are we even in Syria? Oh, that's right. It's because we steal their oil. That's why. If you guys research all of this, nothing I'm telling you is crazy or something you couldn't find on your own. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is now continuing to call for Donald Trump to visit Ukraine ahead of the 2024 election. During a recent interview, Volodymyr Zelensky stated, "If the deal is that we just give up our territories, and that's the idea behind it, then it's a very primitive idea. I need very strong arguments. I don't need a fantastic idea. I need a real idea because people's lives are at stake." Now, to be honest, this tone is much less disparaging against Trump than it has been in the past. But again, ask yourself, why is Zelensky suddenly turning his attention to Donald Trump and going behind Joe Biden's back? Why did one of the top diplomats for the United Kingdom hold a private meeting with Donald Trump instead of with Joe Biden? What are foreign leaders seeing about our election that you and I are not seeing? I mean, this is just speculation, but part of me wonders if they secretly want Donald Trump to win because under Trump, the citizens of their nation were safe. That there were no wars. There were no new wars started under Donald Trump. First time in decades that wasn't the case. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe they're trying to trick Trump to going to Ukraine. I mean, after all, they impeached him for making a phone call to Ukraine. Imagine if he went there, how they might try to entrap him or arrest him or get him on war crimes or something crazy. I don't know. But then on the other side, you go, wait a minute, why is Zelensky going behind Joe Biden's back to talk to Donald Trump? Why is the top person in the United Kingdom? Why is London telling their top people, don't speak to Joe Biden, go to Donald Trump? I don't know, just something to ask yourself. Anyway, there's a lot going on in the news today. I appreciate you guys being here with me this evening to go over it. If there's anything else that pops on, I will come back on and let you know about that. Thank you guys so much. Cowboy Rob, they are trying to goat him into coming to Ukraine so that they can try and unalive him. That was my worry. That's why I pointed it out. I don't know. They either want him to win or they want to arrest him or something. It's kind of fishy. It is really, really fishy. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for liking these videos. When you hit like, it really helps me because it tells YouTube to share the truth with others. Also, thank you so much to the 30,000 new subscribers in the last 30 days. Welcome to the channel. I love you guys. Thank you for trusting me to bring you guys the news. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.